So I made a new home kit for every Premier League club, and the person rating them is Henry/HRS.
Yo, what up, guys?
These kits have taken me ages to make, so make sure you drop a like. So obviously, to kick things off, we're starting with Arsenal. So what do you think about this one, Henry?
I think Arsenal kits are some of the best every season. Whoever makes their kit, if it's Puma, Adidas, they always look great. Of course, the red, I'm liking the stripes. The blue is working really, really well with the shoulders. It is looking like a really, really nice kit. And to be fair, the back of it, where it says AFC, the font, I like this kit.
Okay, so what rating would you give it, Henry?
I would give this an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay, make sure to tell me what you think in the comments and rate all of the kits out of 10. Okay, moving on to Aston Villa. What do you think of this kit, Henry?
To be fair, IRL, Villa kits also always seem to look good. Good colours, claret and blue. They have a simple sponsor. I like the lion in the background. I'm pretty sure this is like a remake of an old Villa kit from when they got relegated, like 2017. It looks like it. Nice with the claret for the shorts. And obviously with Coutinho on the back, it looks good. I would rate this kit a 7.5 out of 10. So I'd say it's good.
I didn't actually think of the 2017 kit when I was making this, but now you say it, it does look quite a lot like it.
It's the same one. It's literally the same thing.
Shush. But overall, I think this is just a good looking kit. Okay, now we've got Bournemouth, and let's see what Henry thinks.
I like this. I'm actually a fan. Dafabet looks good. I like it without the yellow as well. The Umbro kits aren't amazing, but this does look good. It does look good. Normally a Bournemouth kit would be just typical bottom half of the table awful kit. But this looks good. I like it. The black and red looks good. The stripes down the middle. The back of it goes well. And the shorts being black, I mean, we can't see the full kit, but I can imagine that looks like a solid, clean kit. I'd give that an 8 out of 10. I'm going to be generous with that. I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10.
I do agree with Henry. Umbro kits never really look nice, but with this one, I think I've done a good job. So we do have the Brentford kit now. What do you think of this one, Henry?
It's the first kit with the badge in the middle. I don't know if we'll see that again. Another Umbro kit, unfortunately, because Umbro just isn't amazing anymore. But it's looking good. Badge is probably a little bit too high with the sponsor. The shirt sponsor itself, the Hollywood Bets thing. I mean, it's a pretty cheap name, Hollywood Bets, but I'd say it's decent kit. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. So I'm saying it's in the okay category.
So Henry, you will actually be seeing more badges down the middle in this video, and the Hollywood Bets, obviously I can't change that, but apart from that, I think this is a pretty decent kit. So now we're on to the Brighton kit. What do you think of this one, Henry?
Unusual, but I like it. It looks like a Hollister kit instead of a Nike. I like the Nike logo and the Brighton logo down the middle. American Express, I like it. The white at the side seems to be a little bit big. I am being critical here because I know he's good at making kits. I want to give my honest opinion. I like it though. I'd give this a 7.5 and it is a kit I'd buy.
Yeah, I do quite like this kit as well. I like the seagulls in the background. The white is a bit weird, but I think overall it's quite a nice kit. And make sure you tell me what you think about this kit in the comments. Okay, now we're moving on to one of the bigger clubs. What do you think of this Chelsea kit, Henry?
Unusual, and IRL recently, Chelsea have been going a little bit wild. But I like this. It's more kind of simple with the Chelsea little logo in the background. I've seen you've done that a couple of times. That seems to be a theme. I like the kit. I'd say this is an 8 out of 10. I might be a little bit generous there, but I like this kit. Again, a kit I'd buy if I wasn't a United fan.
I thought with this one I'd make the kit a bit simpler, as recently Chelsea have been going really wild with their kits. Okay, so now we're on Crystal Palace, and you might recognise this a bit as it's like the one in your career mode, but how do you rate it?
A little bit similar, just a little bit. Definitely not the same kit. The Pepsi sponsor makes it so much better. Macaron, the sponsor, isn't as good as Nike Air Jordan, but I like it. It's good. I feel like this was slightly different for Season 3, obviously. I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. I'll go for a 7.8, but I don't know if I can kind of go for that specific, so I'll just round it to 8. I'm going to go for an 8 out of 10.
An 8 out of 10 isn't bad, considering it is pretty much just the same as in his career mode. Obviously, the Pepsi and the Air Jordan does look better, but it's an alright kit. So now we're on Everton. What do you think of this one, Henry?
This is the first kit which I'm not a massive fan of. The white at the sides looks a little strange at the back. It looks like a League One kit, to be fair. The front, the stake, the sponsor, strange. I mean, you can't control that though. The Hummel, a little, again, like the sponsor. I'd say it's an okay kit, but compared to the rest, if that is the standards, then I'm not a massive fan. I'd give this a 6 out of 10.
So I would agree with you a bit there, Henry. The kit isn't the best compared to the others, and obviously the stake sponsor does ruin it a bit, but that is out of my control.
Yeah, the stake sponsor is a little rare. I think Gammon would have been better.
Okay, now it's the Fulham kit, and it's an alright one. What do you think of it, Henry?
Absolutely not. It's not. It's a Newcastle kit. It's what Newcastle should be doing instead of the stripes for the last 60 years. A bit like Juventus, change it up a bit. The red is unusual. I wouldn't say it's as bad as the other one, but I'm not a fan again here. In fact, I'm gonna rate it lower than the last one. I'm going for a 5.5 with this one.
So yeah, it's not one of the best kits, and I have tried to mimic the badge with the white stripe down the middle, but it's not the best. Anyways, let's move on to the Leeds kit.
Oh, to be fair, this looks like last season's Real Madrid kit with the blue, yellow, the white. I don't think you can go wrong with a kit which consists of these colors, to be fair. The sponsor looks good. It's Adidas. They have some good kits. The all white, I like a solid color. I would give this a good 8 out of 10, maybe a 7.5. I'm going to go for a 7.5. I hope we're seeing better than this, and the highest I've gone for so far is an 8, but I'd say this is a good kit.
Some of you may recognise this kit actually, as it is the kit we're using in the Leeds United career mode. It is just an all-round decent kit, and I think it's pretty good. Okay, we are moving on to Leicester now, and what do you think of this one, Henry?
Can't really go wrong with a Leicester kit. I'd say it's nothing special. I'd just say it's good. You know, fans wouldn't be disappointed, but they wouldn't be excited. I'd give this a 7 out of 10.
I'm happy with a 7 out of 10, as it pretty much looks like every other Leicester kit, but, you know, I'm happy with that. Okay, now we're moving on to possibly one of the biggest clubs in England and possibly the world with Liverpool. What do you think of this kit, Henry?
I really, really like this kit. It's a Liverpool kit, which is annoying. United better look better, but there's the little, like, line things, zigzag things are looking good. I like the glow they have. I would say, I'm going to say this is a 9 out of 10. This is actually a really, really nice kit. And, you know, Liverpool try and go for that simple look IRL, but they kind of don't do it that well. This is good.
A 9 out of 10 is obviously really good, and I'm really happy with that. I've kept it simplistic, but I've done it right. Okay, now we're going from one massive club to another. The champions of England, Man City. What do you think of this one?
City now and then go a little unusual with the kits, and I'd say you've kind of done the same thing here, especially with the back, that boat thing. I don't really know what's going on there. Not a fan of that, but I like this kit. The background looks, you know, it has a little unusual pattern to it. I like it. I'd give that a 7.5 out of 10.
Can't understand why you don't like the boat in the back. I really like it.
I just think it's a little bit obnoxious. You've just got a gold boat there. Maybe if it was like a darker shade off the blue, then it would go a little better. It just stands out too much, especially with the lines there and the player name right under it. It could have been done a little bit better. I understand why it's there, obviously. But with the Puma kit, again, it's a good kit.
We're just done with Man City. Now let's move on to Manchester United. This is a pretty big one for Henry, as he is a Man U fan. What do you think of this one?
I really like this. I really, really like this kit. It looks good. I like the collar. It looks sharp. The red with the little pattern in the background is old school. I like it. Team viewer, it's better than Chevrolet. I mean, it's not amazing. The badge is looking good. It's a good kit. Despite the devil thing on the back, if they remove that, it would be a better kit. So to give it a rating, I'd probably go for an 8.5. It doesn't beat the Liverpool kit or, you know, get a 9, but I'd say an 8.5 or an 8.7.
An 8.5 is very good, and this is honestly one of my favourite kits with the pattern in the background, sort of going old school with it. I think this is a good kit. Okay, so now we're on Newcastle. You might recognise this one just a little bit. I've sort of referenced a kit I've made for you in your Newcastle United career mode. What do you think of this one?
I like it. I like it. I did think I recognized it a little bit. That was a good kit he made, by the way. The blue is looking good. I like the kind of V thing. What's the sponsor? Castor. Yeah, doesn't look amazing. Adidas or Nike would obviously look a whole lot better. The sponsor is a bit dodgy, but there are things you can't control about it. I'd say that's a good kit. I like it. I think Newcastle fans would like it. I've said for a while, and I've said it for a while, and Newcastle fans don't like that I say it. But Newcastle need to, change it up a little bit. Go like your Venice. You can't have stripes every season because it is the same kit every year. I like this. It's slightly better. I'd give this a 7.5 out of 10.
Obviously, I am an ex-Newcastle fan, so I did have to do good with this one. And obviously, you can see him wearing the kit as well. I think it's a good kit, and overall, I'd agree with 7.5. So now we're moving on to the newly promoted side, Nottingham Forest. I quite like this kit. What do you think of it, Henry?
Be completely honest, I like what you've done with it. It looks like a good kit, but for me, I just see championship. It has championship written all over it. And when you get promoted to the Premier League, you need to take it up that step. And newly promoted sides always fail to do that with their kits. So it's a good kit, but it's a championship kit. I don't know if you guys know what I'm going on about, but it's just too simple. The sleeves need to be slightly different. It's red, white. You can't go wrong with them colors. But this is a club which has won 2 Premier... They're bigger than Arsenal. They're bigger than Spurs. They're bigger than City. They're a much bigger club than all them teams. So therefore, giving it a rating, I'd go for a 6.5 out of 10.
Obviously, 6.5 isn't very good, but it is better than real life kit, as that's just a plain red t-shirt. But I do want to see Taiwo Awoniyi score some goals for this club, so I quite like it. Okay, we're on Southampton now, and I've gone a bit different with this one. What do you think of this, Henry?
I feel like I'm being a little harsh with these kits at the moment, but I would say this is bang on a Southampton kit, which, if you know your Southampton kits, it means it's absolutely terrible. MLY makes some good kits, but there's some teams which you can't do anything with, and Southampton's one of them. I'm going to give this one a 3.5.
I think 3.5 is quite harsh. I quite like it. I would have given it like a 6. Okay, now we're on Tottenham. What do you think of this kit?
Spurs kits I always like. People complain that they're too simple, but I like that. I mean, Spurs fans may find it a bit annoying. This is slightly different with the pattern in the background. I mean, it's not that hard to do that, so I don't know why they don't do something like this IRL. The yellow, I love it. Obviously, whatever their sponsor is, they don't actually let them change the color IRL, so it would look better if it was like a blue or a yellow or something. But I like it. It looks good. I'd say this kit is an 8. I'd actually rate it an 8. I like kits like this. It's simple. It's like the Liverpool, which is winning at the moment, by the way, of a 9. But this is an 8.
I think an 8 is fair. It's a decent kit. It's quite simple, and I like the yellow. Okay, now we're moving on to West Ham, and I have referenced an old kit with this one. What do you think of this kit, Henry?
Well, we are breaking some records. I think there may have been a contract breach as well, that we're going to be filing an action class lawsuit against West Ham with what you've done with the sponsor. As I said, we're breaking records. I'm going to rate this a 3. I'm going for a 3. Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, I agree with the Betway part, but I think a 3 is a bit harsh. I just want to move on as quick as possible. Okay, now moving on to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Nothing too special about this kit, but what do you think of it, Henry?
I'd say it's a typical Wolves kit. It's looking good. It's not a kit I'd buy. These Castor, you're matching what a Castor would probably do IRL. Yeah, this is bottom half of the table kit. I'd give it a 5.5.
It's obviously not a great way to end off the episode, but, we've had quite a few decent kits. Liverpool's probably being the best.
Sadly, we just ended it with, a couple of bad kits in a row. But that Liverpool kit, I'm telling you, that was something else. That was a very, very good kit. The United one was also good, but, you know, again, I don't know what you guys saying in the comments, but that Liverpool kit was good. Liverpool fans, let us know in the comments what you're thinking about it. Would you buy it?
So, Henry, you've obviously already let us know that Liverpool's your favourite, but which is your favourite kit and which is your least favourite kit?
My least favourite kit has to go to that West Ham one, and there's another one which was similar to it, which was, I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, looking back, the Southampton wasn't great at all, and also the Fulham. You know, them three kits were the kits which wasn't a fan of at all, but West Ham has to be the worst, but the best, as I said, has to go to Liverpool. Great kit.
So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe, and there should be a video on your screen that YouTube recommends you watch, and the Leeds United career mode playlist.